Hey guys, welcome back to Grand Tactician. Let me bring you back to what I've been working on here. Use the Army of the Potomac for an example. We do have one invading army. Last time we left off the series we had 6, and that's partially because I restarted and did some major research here. I think you'll like to see this, guys. So if we go to Army Management here, okay, most of our guys are still recruiting. However, check this out, guys. If we go to the Springfield Rifled Musket, it is May 22nd, 1861, okay? Now, normally when you do your first order of the Springfield Rifled Musket, it is give or take 80 something days because of the AI's pre-orders taking up all the IC. Now, you'll recognize that we only have 15.8 more days until this 3,000 order is completed. Now let me show you why. If we zoom out here, because I'm going to go to a specific state here, and we go to Alabama, okay, and we zoom in specifically on Selma, you'll notice that I put an ironworks here. This ironworks is so close to its resources that, combined with the subsidy bonuses that we're getting, because we're already working on the third industry policy, I have 1 and 2 enacted. So we have $25 million per year going into industry. Okay, that's another part of the reason we're producing rifles so quickly. However, outside of that, this ironworks is so close to what it needs that its output is insanity, okay? And I did the same thing with the Georgia Foundry. However, I probably won't recruit any new artillery until the ghost order that the AI did is completely cleared. That being said, let's get the game playing here. And according to my research, guys, although we have 5 blockades, the blockade is not gonna affect us too much, and the reason for that is my industry is very profitable, especially after we increase the subsidized industry a few more times. It will be extremely profitable. So instead of the South's industry being built on agriculture, it's going to be built on industry. And so that's the game plan. That is why the blockade is not going to hurt us that much, and they can do whatever they want with the blockade. Okay, that's why there's not going to be a Confederate Navy. That's why there's not going to be any of that, because we're going to be making so much money off of the industry, it's not funny. And we're already beyond the Navy, not the Navy, but the Union in terms of industry and IC, because that 30-day order, which is what you saw on the production screen, and it having 15.8 days left on it, the original default days was 30 something days. Okay, that being said, alright, what is actually going to happen is when that order is complete, I'm going to order a amount of 5,000 this time. Once that order is complete, issue these guns out to the Confederate Army, and we should have the Confederate Army completely outfitted from the Western Front to the Eastern Front, and the complete Confederate Army outfitted with Springfield Rifled muskets within a few months, as long as they don't get down to Selma or take anything in the Deep South. How much money do we have left until we can upgrade the subsidized industry once again, just out of curiosity? Oh, we still have quite a bit. We have to have, let's see, we have to have 1.1 million to do it again. And we have, no, that's 11 million to do it again because we have 3.5 million set. Okay, we got 18 days left on this. So shortly after that rifle musket order is done, this third industrialization policy will be completed. Where is that rifle musket order right now? Actually, because I want to kind of calculate how much longer after the rifle order is complete we'll have to wait. Okay, so we'll still have a few days left on that industry policy by the time that's done. As you can see, we are cranking out the Springfield rifle muskets. If we have to, depending on if the Union moves on Winchesters sooner than I want them to, we might have to issue the Springfield rifle muskets a little early. But I'm gonna try to issue them as soon as the order is done completely. I'm gonna try, but I'm not gonna say for sure. We'll issue those out and then I'll do an order of 5,000 rifles. As you can see, with 25 million going to industry, you can see that we're almost to being able to build another foundry with almost no cost to the government. And if we wanted to, we could actually build a brickwork for like literally no cost to the government. Anyways though, what we're gonna do is we're gonna save this until I get subsidized industry, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna upgrade that to the 10% modifier. That's why we're saving these industrial coin bar points, or whatever you want to call them, subsidy coins. That's why we're gonna play defensively for quite a while actually, because we're gonna make the Confederate industry OP is all get out, and it's gonna be beyond anything the Union has, even in the late game. We got about 2 weeks until Industry 3 is now complete, which means that rifle musket order has to be really, really close. Let's go check on that. Oh yeah, we got about a week on the Springfield rifle musket order, and we're up to standardization level 7 right now. That is not bad, not bad at all. I don't think they'll attack in a week, just my thoughts. So we should be able to get the next order cranking and get these 3,000 muskets issued. Altogether 11,000 muskets, because I did not issue the 9,000 that we started with. And we'll be on the equal terms with the Union troops relatively. That's kind of why you do get the Springfield rifle musket subsidy when you get the arms agent starter perk, because it bridges the gap between you and the Union forces. But I do intend to get better rifles as we go, but we definitely want to mass produce the Springfield for right now. And sitting here on the campaign map doing nothing, it's kind of the boring part, I understand that, but I'm trying to prepare for war, guys. I don't want to like trigger a battle and not have the stuff I need for it. So we're going to be playing defensively for a little bit until I get the proper stuff and we get our industry really cranking out stuff like artillery, that kind of thing. The biggest thing being artillery, but we have to clear that default order of 24 pounder howitzers which I will be starting with the 24-pounder howitzers. But I'm gonna probably at least get artillery cast so we can start to crank out the James rifle, and then go into parrot guns, and then I might shoot straight to the Sharps rifle, and we might be producing a little batch of those for right now. But it would be awesome to see that gun widespread between the brigades and divisions. It's gonna cost us a lot of money to do that, but it would be awesome to see, in all honesty. I'm gonna actually, now that his readiness is to a certain point, I'm gonna actually build a depot behind him, just in case they take that front one. That way they can't cut my supplies. There we go. That'll ensure that even if they step forward into Winchester, Virginia, or around Virginia and take this depot here, you still won't cut my supplies. I'm trying to keep the spending to a minimum while getting our industry to make profits for us. And again, like I said at the beginning of the video, it's gonna be the industry that makes our money. There can't be much more on that rifle order. I'm not running on 5 times speed because I don't want the game to like get away from me. So we're gonna be playing on normal standard speed from now on, because the conflict technically is in full swing, and I want to be able to watch what the Union is doing, especially on the Virginian front, because they're likely to hit us there first. But I think because they took Alexandria, they might hold off on their invasion for a little bit, let them bask in their quote-unquote success, which the further I can push that invasion back, the more I can prepare for the wall of lead, so to speak. Check on that Springfield rifle order here, because I do want to get those issued. I know I don't have to wait until the complete order's done, but I want to. That way I have a full amount of 3,000 rifles that can be issued. We got 4.1 days left on it, which means that policy's gotta be close too. Yeah, they got 10 days left, and then the Confederate industry is gonna ramp up big time. Little more than a week. We have about 9 days left. 8.9. Give or take 2 days left on this order, because it's 1.8. Not exactly 2 days, but you might as well round up for 2 days. I might even actually just wait until the third policy kicks in to make our next order Springfield rifles, so we get the throughput bonus from the policy on the order. It depends how close it is. Yeah, it's about a week away. So if we just wait an extra week, we can get a bonus on the throughput for the next order. We can almost put a new foundry in to no cost to the government. But like I said, we're just gonna save that and get another bonus to our subsidized industry. That order has to be almost done. It was 1.8 days. There can't even be a day left on it. Yeah, 0.1 day. I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, I am back. So just wait till this Springfield rifle order goes through, and then I might start the next one. I might wait until Industry 3 pops. That would be our weapons order complete. Yeah, 3,000 Springfield rifled muskets. Complete.
Anyway, bud, earlier when you're still recording, right?
Yeah. And don't get it wrong, I'm gonna obviously edit that shit out. But how much longer we got on this? 5 days? Do I want to start the next batch, or do I want to wait until level 3 hits? Well, I guess what we'll do is we'll see how much time it takes to do the 5,000 rifle order here at the state we're at right now. 1,000 takes about. Well, first of all, let's get all that stuff issued before I forget to do it. Okay, that'll be the first one. We'll issue Springfield rifle muskets to you guys. Jackson's brigade we don't have to worry about. They got Enfields, which is slightly worse than the Springfield if I remember correctly, but it's a decent gun. It's not like it's mixed muskets. I think we're gonna have enough muskets, guys, to maybe outfit this entire army with Springfield rifles and Enfields for Jackson's brigade. I mean, I might be a little underestimating, but we'll see how it actually plays out. We got 4,000 left. Okay. And no, I don't think we're gonna have quite enough. Might be able to do the first one and the final set of brigades. Actually, no, but what we could do is give them Mississippi rifles. Still an upgrade here. Awesome. Pretty much everybody has a decent rifle in their hands. Few that don't. Actually, I've decided, guys, that let's check on how long it's gonna take to do a 5,000 piece order. 28. That's not bad. 36 days for that. But I want to see what would happen. I want to take the risk here if we just let the third policy get enacted and see how much a 5,000 piece order is at that point, because it's only slightly behind the musket order. There's not too much longer until that third industry policy gets totally enacted. So I'm gonna see and take the risk and see if we can't get that enacted first, and then I'll place the order once that comes through and see if that makes a difference. If it's a major difference, I might even go with 10,000 rifles, but we'll see. Because I mean, if we can do 10,000 rifles in a decent amount of time, it would definitely make it easier to standardize the Springfield rifle musket across all the armies. Let's check on that subsidy project here. I still got quite a bit to go, but there's a decent amount of cash there. And then we'll be at a 10% modifier, which once we get the $15 million policy, that's gonna fill up quite fast. I gotta be honest, guys, I kinda like the self-sufficient playthroughs instead of relying on foreign arms. It's a lot cheaper to do that. And also, if you know what you're doing, it's quite lucrative, to be honest. I just hope we can make it to the third policy without having to put an order in, because I think that would make us even more efficient with the second order of the game. That's the thing, guys. This is going to be just the second order of the game. So my first order of Springfield rifle muskets, like I said earlier in the episode, is only about 3,000 rifles, and that is a lot for the first order. Usually you start with increments of 1,000, 2,000 just to get your standardization up. But my industry at this point is so efficient because where I placed those buildings in chapter 1 that you didn't see is that it is making at least the small arms industry just absolutely explode. I think this playthrough is going to be a lot different than the last one. And there can't be much more on that. Come on, guys, I want to get this second order running. 3.5 days, 3.5 days. Okay, we shouldn't have much more to go until we can get that project upgrade again, because we can almost build another foundry, which the project is gonna be a little bit more than that, but it's only level 2 at this point, so, well, technically level 1, going on level 2. So let's see, we have 2.4 million out of 3.5 million, and how much more until that policy is done? We have 1.9 days, so just about 2 days, and we'll be pushing the industry to $50 million a year, which is going to be a sore mistake overall with the union's lack of movement. That should be getting done some point today, June 13th, 1861. Maybe late today, but it'll be done today, which is going to be unprecedented, guys, because most players overall, they rely on foreign arms when they play as a Confederacy. We're not doing that, and that's what makes this series very, very special, because we're doing something absolutely unprecedented for the South. This is almost normal for the Union when you play as a Union, but to have your industry to this point so early in the game, before the first year the conflict is over, for the Confederacy, that is just insanity. And we haven't even seen one battle. Yes, the Union has Alexandria, Virginia, but we have not even seen a single battle in the entire war yet. And that's going to be a mistake on their part. Just about done. It's just about done. Jeez, took long enough. I know I could 5 times speed it, but I don't want to, just in case something happens. And once we do get the third policy, like I said before, that's going to be $50 million going to industry itself. And we now have the third industry policy, which that's as far as we can go for the South until the next chapter, which is Industry 4, because we have the Southern Industry perk. You have to understand that the Union is way behind us in terms of industry policies. Alright, so with that, let's wait like a day or so. But with that enacted, let's see where the policy slider is at right now. Did it change to 50 million? Not yet. Not yet. And we really have a manageable debt, in all honesty. Maybe it takes a day for it to kick in, which is why I'm 5 times speeding it. Okay, I did not get a policy. Dang, I forgot completely about that. We'll go with military 1 because we need to start researching. So, alright, let's check where the thing is now. Yeah, it takes like 24 hours to get the slider to go to 50 million. Alright, so that being said, let's get industry reform, and then I'm going to place the order for the 5,000 infrastructure reform. I want to wait until we get industry reform. Place the order for the 5,000 rifles here and see how quickly we fly through it. If it's quick enough, might even do 10,000. We got 110 days left on this 24-pounder default order that the stupid AI put in. Oh my gosh. It didn't change at all, but as this standardization level increases, that's gonna change. So yeah, let's go with the 5,000 piece order. It's just over a month. Just over a month for 5,000 rifles is really not all that bad at all. That's actually pretty quick. I think I'm gonna end the episode maybe around June 20th or something. We do have 2 armies invading us at this point. Army of Mississippi. Unfortunately, I do have to let them have their way for a little bit. Oh, right. And so let's get some artillery. Oh, we might as well retreat, guys, because we don't have the manpower in Tennessee to fight this guy coming. So I'm gonna make a tactical retreat here. We're gonna lose Nashville for a little bit, and that's gonna make our morale crash, but at least temporarily. But I'm trying to prepare, guys. I don't want to go into a battle that we're not prepared for. And once the Army of Tennessee actually gets to the spot he's going, I'm going to probably end the episode here. Here's the trains, dude. Just get out of here for a little bit. Give up the city for right now. Make them think we're giving up. I'm just trying to buy myself time, guys. This might not look like it's smart on the offset, but we're not ready for a fight, not on this end. We're ready for a fight in Virginia, but we're not ready for a fight over here. Alright guys, I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I know it looks kind of bleak right now, but when we come back, we're gonna smack them across the face. I promise you that, especially with Confederate industry being the way it is right now. And we are gonna lose some industry when they take Nashville, but we will retake Nashville. I promise you that. We will retake Nashville. I just don't know when. But I don't want to fight with an unprepared army, which is why I put the industry where it is right now. That's why I prioritized it, because I want to be able to prepare for what is to come. Anyways guys, I'll see you guys next time. God bless.